Pop open my plain Topo Chico's non-alcoholic.
Hell yeah.
I just love the glass bottles, man. You can't beat it.
And it's one of those things. It's like with the glass bottled Sprites or the glass bottled Cokes. There's something scientific about that glass. I've tried 100 different sparkling waters. Man, that shit slaps in that Topo Chico glass bottle.
It's so true.
Doesn't get better.
I gotta go downstairs and get my Zins. So why don't you fill in the audience on your new family member, because you haven't talked about her yet. You haven't shared the info.
So for those of you who do not know, my girlfriend Ari and I adopted a dog. I think 3 weeks ago. She's like 5 months. Her name is Belle. She's honestly a fucking angel. Even when she's not an angel, she's an angel, and it's okay. She can be a little naughty at times. She's a puppy. His dad almost lost his temper and immediately taking her back to the shelter. Yes, that has happened.
It happens.
But we're on some smooth roads recently. She's just laying down back there. She's chewing on a new toy. Life is good. She doesn't realize what we saved her from. And I'm be honest, I don't really appreciate that. I would like a little bit of thank you.
Right. A little recognition, right?
A little fucking recognition.
Yeah.
Goddamn. I'm like a single mom.
We just did you guys get her Halloween collar? We got Shania got Jinx a nice Halloween collar, but everybody mistakes Jinx as a boy because of her beard. So she got her a Halloween collar with like a bow on it in hopes that maybe people will recognize it's a female dog. Okay. But I don't think it's going to happen.
We have not, but we're going to get some costumes for sure.
Nice.
Costumes are in the works. We've been going through it. Belle also gets confused for a boy, but I think that's my fault because of my accent. When people ask me what her name is, it almost sounds like I'm saying Bill.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
And they're like,
that's kind of true.
They're like,
you just named your dog a human name?
Yeah.
That's like when I'm at work and I answer the phones quickly, I'll say, crew scheduling, this is Blake. And I swear to God, 80% of the time, they're like, hey, Mike, how's it going? I'm like, not my fucking name, but let's roll.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I can be Mike.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Totally Biased Music. We're your hosts, Blake and Christian. And today we're mixing up genres a little bit. We're throwing it all the way back to the 70s, and we are reviewing Rumours by Fleetwood Mac. So a brief album music intro. Without a doubt, there was some pressure on Fleetwood Mac in the months leading up to the release of Rumours in early 1977. Was it possible for the band to match the runaway success of their 1975 self-titled album? The earlier collection had spent 37 weeks in the U.S. top 10 and took longtime fans who remembered when the Mac were a gritty blues combo by surprise. Musically speaking, everything about the Mac was falling into place. Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks, and Christine McVie were hitting new heights as songwriters, and the rhythm section of bassist John McVie and drummer Mick Fleetwood found a deep pocket groove to bring their pop confections to life. So, Christian, first, was this your first full run through of Rumours? Have you listened to it before? What did you think?
It was my first full run through. I had heard all of these songs in one instance or another, especially the most popular ones, come on. They're just unforgettable. But
yep.
I will say, like, with it being my first time through, they are just those classic great ones. There are run-of-the-mill average, and then there's some that could have been great songs, but from, like, in my opinion, a vocal mastering perspective, there was a lot going on, and the mix wasn't there. I almost threw it off. But it's fucking Stevie Nicks, man. Listen, what am I supposed to say other than goddamn?
Yeah, honestly.
Like her voice. But the bad thing about Fleetwood Mac and about Stevie Nicks is every fucking basic-ass blonde white girl who likes to think that they love this spooky shit. They love Halloween, and they're all witchy. I'm like, Samantha, shut the fuck up. You are not witchy. Let's call a
You're
spade
not.
a spade here.
We get it. You watched American Horror Story. You followed all the seasons. Like it doesn't. We get it. Coven's your favorite season. Okay, you're not fucking unique in that sense. Okay,
Yeah,
like
and those type of people have honestly almost ruined Fleetwood, almost ruined Stevie, because they post these pictures like, oh, like when people ask who my spirit animal is, I say Stevie. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go fucking kill myself. Send the fucking flood. Speed this shit up.
Yeah, exactly, dude. No, I agree. I think like she has kind of she has cultivated that personality, and it's like it's a blessing and a curse, right? It's cool to see annoying like srat bitches that are finally listening to good music and like committing to listening to 70s music and bringing them into that culture and maybe exposing them to stuff that they haven't been exposed to before. So I like it in that sense, but in the other sense, like you're not Stevie Nicks, all right? You're a fine you. You have a lot of money. You've never been to a Dead show in your life. Like it's all an aesthetic for you. You got that from Forever 21. I got it from the thrift store. I'm fucking OG. You know what I'm saying? But I do like I've obviously like listened to the big tracks on Rumours, right? Carly, my sister. What is Jinx eating? Hey, what do you have? She's like, what the fuck, man?
Constant with me. I'm like, drop it. I'm just like, drop it. Whatever it is. Even when she's not doing anything, I'm like, drop it.
She's like, I don't fucking have anything. Carly's a big Fleetwood fan, but obviously songs like The Chain, you know, everybody's heard The Chain, Dreams. So, but it was nice to go back and like listen to it front to back and kind of see how the album progressed. I need to go listen to more Fleetwood Mac albums and see kind of what they were like before this album, because it seems like it was a huge departure from what they were kind of known for. But yeah, I think it's overall a great album for sure. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my topo. Okay.
The most awkward sip. I was just like,
I was really thirsty. Okay, so let's get into top tracks. You want to start us off?
Yeah, man. Listen, like going through this front to back, I don't care who you are. I don't care, what you listen to. If The Chain and Dreams aren't your 1 and 2, I don't know what else to say. Even from just like, if you really dive into this album and really try and take it all in, there's no better songs on this fucking album. And so I have them ranked as just like, they're interchangeably my 1 and 2. There's nothing better than these fucking songs, especially, we picked the perfect time. The air is getting crisp out,
yes, man. Dude.
It's getting that kind of, you kind of put a little sweater on when you go for a walk, go to the park. You put on The Chain, you put on Dreams, you're just kind of floating, man. The leaves kind of, when the wind blows, are they're trickling
you kind of hear it across the road,
crackling under your feet, man. So those two are just, always going to be my number 1 and 2 on this album. And then my third is Gold Dust Woman. Love the way they close it out with that, and it's just kind of that. It's very similar vibe to The Chain and Dreams. It's just great.
Yeah, I really like the instrumentation in Gold Dust Woman. Like I like when they slow it down. I like the layered vocals in it a lot. And just the way that they kind of pick through the guitar instead of strumming on a lot of stuff, and they have a bunch of different instruments in there. Like that song really it's a beautiful send off to the album for sure. I do, another underrated thing is like, it's crazy this album is as big as it is and as monumental as it is, and it's only 11 tracks. We have to appreciate that, because you and I are both kind of on the same train. Like, all right, 18 tracks, like, let's fucking wrap it up, man.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Yeah, so it's nice to have, 11 tracks. The longest one is 4.5 minutes. Like, the album kind of starts and ends really quickly, but they pack a shit ton into that, dude. They
really do. Hold on a second. I think this bitch has a fucking squeaky.
She does have a squeaky toy. I can hear it.
Hey, we're gonna chill.
For those of you that don't have a dog and don't know about parenthood, this is kind of part of it. We're single dads, well, Christian's not, but we got to deal with our children from time to time. It doesn't matter if we're working, it doesn't matter what we're doing. Duty calls sometimes, and you know what? I'm not the stepfather. I'm the father that stepped up. And if you're thinking about what to get me for Christmas, go ahead and send that over my way.
All right, I think we're good. She was going ham for a second. Jesus.
So, okay, my top three. I mean, like you said, I rank The Chain over Dreams simply because
I think I'm with you.
Dreams to me, like, it's a great song. It's one of those songs, we've talked about this before, like you can hear it a million times and like it really doesn't get old. I don't get tired of listening to it. And I love the song, but it's like it has kind of just been ran into the ground, right? It's like the first Fleetwood song that everybody gets into. It's the first Fleetwood song that everybody starts playing. So I've heard it a million times, but it doesn't get old, dude. So, but that's the reason I got The Chain. Not. That's the reason I got The Chain above it. And then my third is Oh Daddy. Not just because I like being called daddy. That's not the only reason.
I knew this.
That is a big part of it. That is a big part of it. But I just like, it's so fucking raw, bro. It's just got like raw emotion to it. It's dark. It's slow. It's like, what is she going through? You know, I think it's like one of the saddest songs on Rumours. And I think the analysis of it really is about a woman who loves somebody but doesn't feel worthy of them, right? And it's kind of like she wants to leave but she doesn't know how to say it. And it's just overall, it's just a good song. I like it. I don't know why you're shaking your head like you do not.
Sounds like somebody had some daddy issues. I don't know.
It's just one of those things, you know. We carry that with us.
No wonder you're attracted to this song. What could it possibly be?
Okay, what do you got for bottom songs?
You Make a Loving Fun. I mean, it was one of those that it has this. It's kind of like this bouncy little organ bass on it that I really, really hate, and it almost reminds me of that, like Seinfeld. I don't know. And like when I heard it, it was just jarring. I didn't like it. I Don't Want to Know. That's one of the ones I'm talking where it feels like the vocals just clash. And as far as like Matt, it just didn't mesh well to me.
Yeah.
And so that's my number two. And number three is Oh Daddy, because every fucking time that I heard them say Oh Daddy, I felt sexually assaulted. I was like, this is not.
You of all people, I thought that would be right up your alley, you know?
It was not.
So one of my bottom tracks is I Don't Know As Well, or I Don't Want to Know As Well. But the reason it's one of the bottom tracks for me is like, I gotta evoke the inner Trey in me. It's just so campy, dude. It's so like, it sounds like a fucking Kids Bop song. Like
it does.
Like with the bouncy and the like
I hated it every second of it.
Am I on my way to fucking preschool playtime? Like, what is this, dude? I can't stand it. And then Secondhand News, the opener. For the I don't know. It's like it's one. It reminds me of one of those songs. Like there are songs in the 70s that you listen to and you're like, this song is from the fucking 70s. You know, I don't know how to quite explain what I'm trying to say.
Well, and there's two ways that goes. You know what I mean? So there's that like, oh, this song's from the fucking 70s. Yeah. And then there's like, this song's from the 70s.
This song is from the 70s. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And this one is the latter. This one's the bad one.
That's exactly what it is. And it's just like, it's like washed out instrumentation. It sounds like they didn't plug the guitar up, but they were playing the guitar in the background of the mic. Like,
it was like half plugged in. And I was just like, is this how we're starting us off? I was like, okay, that's going to be a wild ride.
Yeah, exactly. And then I don't know, it's tough from there. I got to put like, it's weird. I like the song Don't Stop, but I put it down towards the bottom as well because it does have that like, you know, that up-tempo, boppy kind of – you could tell they were trying to make a pop album, right? Like this is like the poppy sounding part of Fleetwood that I don't super enjoy. You know, I want more Oh Daddies in my life. You know, I want more I want more Gold Dust Woman. You know, I need some gritty shit. So those are my bottom three. I do want to touch on a number of things. So first off, we got to talk about record sales. So if you were to guess how many copies it sold within 1 month, what would be your number?
Within 1 month?
Yeah, in 1977.
400,000?
All right, you're going to need to go a little bit higher than that.
What? How many?
10 million copies worldwide within 1 month of release.
Within 1 month?
Yep, within one
Jesus
fucking month.
Christ.
It garnered widespread acclaim from critics with praise centered on its production quality and vocal harmonies, which frequently relied on the interplay among the band's 3 vocalists and which had subsequently inspired the work of musical acts in various genres. It won Album of the Year at the 1978 Grammy Awards, received Diamond certification in several countries, and now, here's another guess for you. How many copies do you think it has sold to date?
Oh, dude, I have no fucking clue. I'm not even getting close.
21 million copies sold. It is the 9th best-selling album of all time, and very interesting, only the 6th best-selling album of the 1970s.
Jesus Christ. See, I think I have such a hard time, like, wrapping my head around that era of music, album sales.
Yeah. No, I do too.
Like, where we're at, I'm like, what does that even mean now?
Yeah, well, because, like, it's crazy to think, like, there's been 5 hip-hop records to reach Diamond, so over 10 million copies. It's the Eminem Show, Marshall Mathers LP, the Carter 3, Views, and Get Rich or Die Trying. The last time I checked, those are the only 5 to reach 10 million. And this is double that. And like,
that is insane to me.
In a time where there was no streaming, no fucking MTV, nothing, like just pure skill and artistry pushed them to that much, which is fucking crazy to me. Okay, so 9th best-selling album of all time. Another interesting factoid. Let's see. Rolling Stone in the top. They ranked the top 500 greatest albums of all time. They ranked Rumours as number fucking 7, dude. Number 7.
Okay, let me just stop here because I that's a little absurd to me. 7,
dude. Out of 500.
I can accept some greatness with this for sure, but number 7, it seems a little. That's a.
It's pretty fucking high, man. Like when you're
That's a little
comparing
too high for me.
Every album that's ever been released, I could put it in top 20, but number 7, like I could put it probably at like 18. You know, I think I could rattle off 17 albums I think are better albums. But
yeah,
that's what I'm saying, dude. That's crazy. Okay, and then some reviews real quick. So I can only find a Pitchfork review. They re-reviewed it upon its release of they did like a reissue of the CD, DVD, LP fucking box set that they always fucking do. Pitchfork gave it a 10 out of 10. I don't think we've ever seen a Pitchfork review give a fucking 10 out of 10.
I don't think we have either.
So, you know, I follow a Twitter page called Insane Dick Riding, and and I think that this kind of is kind of insane dick riding from every major publication, you know?
It's
like,
a little much.
Look, I think it's great, but I do kind of want to ask you about that. What do you like? Do you think that it's just a rose-colored glasses nostalgia looking back that people are like these albums from the 70s are the greatest albums of all time, or do you think musically they really stand up to be the 7th greatest album or a number 10 out of 10? Like, are they that good, or we have rose-colored glasses for the past?
I think it's a little rose-colored glasses type scenario. There's just like the nostalgia with it, and I think with that era of music and the singular artists behind a lot of that music that carry so much weight, and for what they did for music that has carried on for so long, that I think has that impact. You look at this now, like, I mean, 10 out of 10, that seems just ridiculous to me. There's a lot of things I could pick out from this that I, don't like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great things, but I do think it's just that, like, it's that nostalgia. It's what it has done. It's one of these albums that has done, and artist-wise with Stevie Nicks has done so much for music and has cultivated numerous, countless artists, off of this type of sound. So I think that's what it is.
It was interesting when she played Bonnaroo last year. They always have a legacy act, and I've seen a number of those legacy acts, right? I've seen Dead & Co., Tom Petty, Elton John, people of all sorts of legacy. But when Stevie played, dude, I don't think I've ever, and she closed out the festival. They always do Sunday night, and Stevie, like, I don't know if I've ever seen a crowd that big for a legacy act in my life, dude. I think every person in the festival was there. It was fucking insane. Like, I just remember at one point we were at the fucking back. That main stage at Bonnaroo. We were all the way in the fucking back by the food vendors, and like there was a crowd all the way to the back. Like, she just and to her credit, she still sounded fucking phenomenal. And she, you know what? Look, I'll say it. She looked hot. Okay, she looked hot.
Okay, I
don't care if she's in her 70s or whatever. Like, she looked good. Okay, and I gotta call a spade, Christian. You know me. I'm honest about these types of things.
She still got it. What can you say? She still got it.
What can you say? Okay, so rating wise, what do you rate it?
I think I'm gonna go solid 8.5. Solid 8.5. I think that's a fair rating. I think Pitchfork, that's fucking ridiculous. So I'm sticking with my solid 8.5 here.
That's very fair. I think that's pretty high for you, man. I expected lower, to be honest.
I was thinking about it, but it also, like what you're talking about with the rose-colored glasses and the nostalgia factor and what it's done for music, I think elevates it a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it's really fucking good, and I think what Fleetwood does, they were kind of a powerhouse, right? They were all great writers, they were all great singers, they were great at playing the instruments they played. Like, when it comes together for them, it comes together really fucking well, and it's some of the best. Like, when they're in their prime, it's some of the best 70s music ever. And the 70s is a great era. It's not like the 80s where it's filled with dog shit and synthesizers and disco music. There's real music happening in the 70s.
It's fucking music.
Yeah, and they stood out.
Fucking soul music.
Yep.
It's good shit.
And I think that's why, like, a lot of people our age or younger, it takes them a while to get into this type of music, and whatever brings them into it. And they discover it one way or another, but I think they resonate with the fact that it's just, I don't know, it's meaningful music, and it's really fucking good. So
Agreed.
I think it's a timeless album, and I don't think we'll ever get tired of listening to it. So overall, very good. I do want to, before we move on, I want to show you a clip that I think you'll like. This is kind of what you were talking about earlier. Let's see, hang on. About the sorority women finding out about Stevie Nicks. So
what do you think
this is
she's gonna
from
play
Family
next,
Guy.
Dad?
I don't know, but if it's Edge of 17, back up. I need some twirling room. This is it. Back up.
I thought you would like that.
Accurate.
It's so accurate. And when she played Edge of 17 and Bonnaroo, I got my twirl on. I had to fucking do it. I had to do it.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Well, look, I mean, we're only at 23 minutes. Let's just bang through. Let's just riff it off real quick. Or do you want to do rides or dies and then just start going off the cuff?
Yeah, let's rides or dies it.
All right, intro your song.
All right, man. So what we've been talking about with just, this weather's changing. You start to get that little wild hair where it's 12 o'clock, For the listeners who don't know, I was laid off and I'm now unemployed. And the urge to binge drink every single day is becoming harder and harder. And
to resist.
My Rise or Dies track is by the Hank Williams Jr. Whiskey Bent and Hellbound, baby.
Woo-hoo! Raise hell,
Could have been written,
Raisdale, baby.
Raisdale. Could have been written about my life, honestly. Fucking just banger track. Make you want to go chug a bottle of bourbon.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
It is. You know what? It's fucking great. And it's kind of like, I get real heavy into the country vibes in the summer. But this song it was a nice kind of transition, right? We're right in the in-between where it's starting to feel like fall. Like it's mid-70s during the day, drops down to like 50 at night, and this was the perfect transition country song. And who doesn't love, getting hell bent on some whiskey and raising fucking hell. There's a bar near my house that my friend Sam and I aptly call the Blue Lives Matter bar because there's a Blue Lives Matter flag hanging from the ceiling. It's a piece of shit bar, but man, if you don't want to go to the Blue Lives Matter bar, throw some Hank Williams on the jukebox and drink some whiskey, you're not American. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the way to go.
So it's a fucking hard rides for me. Hard rides for
Hell
me.
yes.
Okay, my song, I was sticking with the 70s vibe here. I picked Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones. Gimme Shelter is just the intro, the light guitar, the ooh in the background, the echo before it gets into the track. Like I just picture riding on a perfect fall day, riding windows down, smoking a cigar in the car, just cruising on the highway, baby. So
you don't even know. The best is this is one of those. You hop in, the windows are down. Maybe you got a little, fifth of something in the glove compartment. We'll keep it on the low.
Yeah.
And you don't know where you're driving. That's what kind of song you're driving just to drive because it's about being a man. And you're just cruising, baby. Get lost. Who knows where we end up?
Exactly. It's Saturday. You don't got work tomorrow. You didn't work today. You got nothing but time on your hands, and you're just fucking ready to feel it out, So,
Hard rides.
Fuck yeah. Appreciate it. All right. That was Rides or Dies. So I want to get an update from you, Christian. How is the job hunt been going? Fill us in on that.
Oh man, it's rough out there. Let me tell you. I'm in that phase of every application that I'm putting out gets the automated, and these are jobs like I'm putting stuff out there even for ones that I'm just way overqualified for, just to get my interview skills back up. It's been a minute.
Yep.
But this is how you know it's all bullshit because I fucking get automated responses at like 2:30 in the morning from all of them. About they're going with other candidates, and I'm like, cool, whatever. Luckily, Severance is pretty sick, so we're just kicking it. We're going to take it easy. We're going to enjoy this beautiful weather. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, the Severance is that's a nice fucking little. I mean, it sucks to lose your job, but to get a severance package, I got a friend of mine that just lost his job. No severance package, just fucking see you later. Filing for unemployment, doing the whole 9 yards. So, and he's kind of like you, I think he's kind of on his drinking arc right now. He's just trying to get some drinks in him every day and just just hang out.
I battle it every morning about 10:30.
Yeah, 10. Okay, yeah, starting real early. Fuck yeah, very nice. Okay, let's do I want to do a little sports talk while we're here. So we're about. How many? We're 6 weeks into college football now. Is that right?
Oh,
yeah. So, what are you seeing in the college football landscape? I'm new to the college football scene. I pretended to hate it for a while. I've given in. I fucking love it. It's exhilarating. I love watching it. So, as an SEC Alabama boy yourself, how do you feel about your Tide, baby?
Listen, man, I don't really know what to think about the Tide. Some moments we look just like we're crushing it. And then the absolute next moment we look like a JV high school team. And so I don't know what to think about the Tide here. In the coming weeks, maybe they'll prove themselves, or they will most likely what will actually happen is they'll probably let me down. But what I'm seeing is the SEC is just going to cannibalize each other. Georgia is not as good as everybody thought they were.
Nope.
And it looks like these other schools are fucking running it up. Like with Michigan and with Texas, I'm like, damn.
Ohio State as well.
Ohio State, yeah. But aren't we moving into the 12-team playoff this year?
No, I think it's 8 this year. or maybe it's
Is it 8?
it's going to 8 first. I don't know if 8 is this year or if it's next year.
Okay.
But they're doing an 8 team eventually. It's coming soon. So
Which will
anything
be
can happen.
fucking, yeah, that'll be fun to see. Like, because it sets up, for like, what am I thinking of? March Madness. Like, I don't really care about college basketball, even with like most professional sports. Like, I try and follow, but man, when it gets to playoffs and you're getting to watch those types of games, and it's a bunch of them. Like before, you had 4 teams, and it's like, okay, but when you have like 8 or something like that, it creates that environment where anybody and everybody's watching those games. It's gonna be fucking blast.
Yeah, no, you're right. And like I've been saying this about the MLB because the MLB started their postseason today, and I mean, even today, the number five seed Texas Rangers beat the number 4 seed Tampa Bay. And in the postseason, man, anything can fucking happen. Doesn't matter the sport, doesn't matter like what teams are in there. The postseason, it gets fucking wild. Like the Braves are a clear favorite to win the World Series right now. They're like the best team in fucking baseball. But I keep telling my friends that are big Braves fans, like, man, y'all better strap the fuck in because it's the postseason. All it takes is one series going south, dude.
Yeah, and that's it. One series, like one game, like it changes all of it. It's gonna be fucking blast.
Yeah, and I think Bama's ranked like 12 right now, 12 or 10 or something like that. Yeah. So they still got to climb a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see. Basketball's starting back up. I'm fucking stoked for some NBA to come back. Mr. LeBron James going for his 5th ring in year 21, the undisputed GOAT. So that'll be great to fucking watch.
21 years, man. I mean, what is that? I don't follow, but like, what is that rank as far as great players who have played the longest?
So there have been, if I remember correctly, I mean, there have been a number of stars who have played 21 years, but there were stars that played 21 years that in their 21st year, they're averaging like 4 points a game, 2 assists, whatever it is. And I know that because LeBron is a freak and spends like $3 million a year taking care of his body, that he's going to come in year 21 at age 39 and just fucking drop 25 points a game or something fucking ridiculous.
You start getting to that point, right? It's just like, well, if I tear both ACLs, like it's in 21 seasons, like you just lay it all out there, like just insane.
Exactly. Like he doesn't, 4 championships, scoring title, numerous MVPs, final MVPs. He doesn't have anything left to prove, right? Like, but he's still going out there and fucking wrecking shit. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how that all shakes out this coming year. But yeah, it's been nice to like, I got into sports around 2020 because I was burnt out on politics, and I was like, I need a new obsession because I'm an addict and I just get addicted to things. So I just started getting addicted to sports. And you know what? If you, fellow listener, if you're anxious about the state of the world, the 2024 election or 2024 election, you don't want Trump to be in office, you don't love Biden, you're freaking out, you're going to betterhelp.com and spending $200 a week on your therapy. Just get into sports, man. Just get into sports. I don't care if you're
what it was created for. It was created as a distraction.
Exactly.
So we don't have to worry about the actual problems going on. Do your American duty and then pay attention to sports and not politics. That's how this goes.
And we've come so far. Like women are allowed to enjoy sports now. I mean, not around me, but around other people they can. And I think that's great. They have women commentators now, and they're equally as unintelligent as the men commentators. So I think we've come a really long way. Okay, I got some tweets and some videos I want to show you before we head out. Sorry, everybody.
Before we hop in, dude, Trey's going to like this, but I've got to just bring it up. The Pretty Lights Brooklyn run looked insane. They sampled a fish track.
I saw that. I saw that.
Nights. Last night they did this Head Nod Freedom into this, like, what they say, like, house mix, and them boys are on some shit. So I'm glad Trey got to go up there and tear it up.
And after they got rained out a day, right? They moved Friday to Monday. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And all that shit in New York is just like, it came out of nowhere, dude. It was like all of a sudden there was just a fucking cataclysmic storm in New York, and it just destroyed the city. So I'm glad that they were all safe up there and got to see some good ass shows, man. It looked like a good
Nothing
time.
better than just like crazy rainfall to showcase that the infrastructure of your city has completely failed.
Yeah, I thought it was a little tone deaf that Trey posted "When the Levee Breaks" by Led Zeppelin on his story. He was posting a bunch of rain things on his story, and I kind of let it slide. And then when I saw "When the Levee Breaks," I responded to him and was like, "Relax, like you need to dial it back a little bit." Speaking of electronic artists, Bass Nectar's comeback is this weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God!
So if you're
going to have to follow up on some stuff with this next week, so just prepare.
Yeah, if you're looking to, it's been a while since we've gotten the chance to get out and protest something that we find unjust. So if you're a keyboard warrior and you're bored, fly out to Vegas, protest the Bass Nectar show, pretend you have a life and you make a difference, and let us know how it goes. But we got to find videos, and I can't wait to talk about this next week. We got to talk about the shows, the environment.
I'm telling you right now, within 10 minutes of him being on stage, he's getting smoked with a tomato by somebody. Like, I would put millions of dollars on that.
I want to know, my big thing is like, is he going to be up front on stage, like in person where you can see him, or is he going to pull like a tipper and be off to the side or have something in front? Like, it just seems strange.
Just one of those like hated presidents where they have the bulletproof glass in front of them.
Everywhere they go, dude. That's gonna be, that's gonna be him, man.
Jesus.
So it'll be really interesting to see. All right, let me get my screen popping real quick. So for this first video, we're doing a little podcast inception real quick. This is from the Adam Friedland Show, formerly known as Come Town. This is Adam Friedland, one of the hosts, interviewing Chris Cuomo. This happened a couple months back. I don't know how they got Chris Cuomo on their show. I don't fucking know. But Chris Cuomo in this clip is talking about Dua Lipa, and I want you to hear Adam's response to what he's saying. Let me make sure my volume's up.
Dua Lipa, and I love what she does.
I don't know her
some
songs.
People will say, "Oh no, too sexy, it objectifies." But I'm telling you, I watched my daughter, and her kind of resonating with the vibe, and the empowerment principle of it.
I don't know the songs.
I love it.
I would love to.
So that's.
Same though.
That reminded me of you. That reminded me of you so much. Just passionate response from Chris Cuomo, and then I would let her shit in my mouth. It's keep it real. Okay.
Stomp on them nuggies.
This tweet: why do men start podcasts instead of going to therapy? And then the response: the same reason females start an OnlyFans instead of getting a job.
Where's the lie?
Where's the lie? There isn't one. Okay, let's see. Hang on. I had a couple more, but I lost them. Hang on. Sorry, people. You're just going to have to fucking bear with me.
Yeah. Just going to wait a second. Patience.
Yeah, we're winging it. Okay. My grandma said always keep $3 in your pocket, so if you see a cute girl, you can buy her lemonade. Grandma, these bitches don't want no fucking lemonade. Fucking damn it, Grandma. And then, okay, here's another one. This person said, I passed my state bar exam. And then they quote tweeted and said, my first client got sentenced to life. OMG. Okay, you're gonna love this one. So I texted you earlier that apparently Kid Cudi said that Insano, which is a real name for his album, by the way. This man is 40 fucking years old. And his album Insano is allegedly going to have 40 tracks on it in multiple deluxe editions, okay? Which I'm not even going to get into that. We've said all we need to say about how ridiculous that is. But I love this person's response. They say, this is so smart when you think about it. Each song will get streamed a couple of times by his fans. So if his 12 remaining fans each stream it 10 times, that's 4,800 streams. Genius plan.
Genius plan.
Exactly. Okay, and then last one. This is a what looks like a 40-year-old woman attempting to cliff jump. I think you'll like how it turns out.
And she's dead.
Just
Dear God.
strip, rock into the water. So, yeah, I thought you'd like that. But I don't have anything else, man. I last minute I was like, we're doing a daytime stream, and I wasn't prepared. I listened to the album, but I didn't throw anything else together. So I figured, okay, let's just go off the cuff with it. So
we'll start bringing some more little bits here, and we'll start riffing off people. So just know more content's coming, baby.
Yeah, more content's coming. You know what? I'm going to get back into making videos. That was Trey's job. Obviously, there's a reason Trey doesn't work for us anymore. We weren't getting any videos, so it's one of the many reasons he was removed from the program. But yeah, next week I feel like we're going to have a stacked episode next week with the Bass Nectar news. And
it's gonna be a great one. So we got to pick a good album to review.
Yeah, and you know what? If you guys are listening to this, if you want to be on the show, text one of us. If you want us to do a certain album, text one of us. Leave a comment in the fucking episode, whatever it is. We're gonna try to get some guests and some things popping here. So, but we enjoyed it. If you see any clips from this, hope you enjoyed seeing Jinx in the background. And yeah, Christian, any final thoughts?
No, brother. See you next week.
All right, man. I'll see you. Everybody else, we'll see you later. Peace.